Shooting USA is brought to you by Lusbear Customs 1911s. You'll accept nothing less. And by Luth AR. Innovate to elevate.
American trap shooting is hugely popular, with thousands competing at hundreds of clubs across the country. But the world disagrees on what trap shooting should be. For the World Cup, the game is called international or bunker trap. And that's the challenge the best collegiate shooters in the country are taking on, with hopes of the Olympics in their future. It looks like trap, it sounds like trap, and around the world, that's what shooters call it. But this is not the game most Americans know. In the U.S., we compete in American trap, but what you see playing out on the field before you is a far more complex sport. Americans call it international or bunker trap. It's the sport the world shoots at the Olympic Games. And Kathy Gregory, an international trap official, knows it's a very different game.
It's a very humbling game. People come out and they're like, oh, well, I can shoot 25s all day long. In American trap, this is a piece of cake. And then they realize pretty fast that it's not a piece of cake. It's a difficult game.
The Collegiate International Trap Competition is in San Antonio, Texas, home of the legendary Alamo. The first stop for tourists who come to enjoy the city's famous Riverwalk, and then the fields of bluebonnets, the Texas state flower. But then there are the fields of the National Shooting Complex, the skeet and trap fields that seem to go on forever, but also the site of one of only 50 bunker trap ranges in the United States. And that makes training hard for competitors like Jessica Gunderson.
I don't do this every day. I don't get to practice a whole lot. A bunker's like 8 hours away from my house. So to qualify for this and to be able to shoot it is really an honor for me.
Compare that to thousands of American trap fields across the country, with 24 at this national complex alone. Competitor Jacob Fulmer concedes bunker puts him through the grinder.
This is not one of the easier sports in the shooting world. This is probably one of the toughest ones. So you have to have the mental game to be able to miss and keep on going and patch the bleeding and just get the job done.
So what makes the international and American games so different? American trap is played on a field or range with 5 positions laid out in an arc. Shooters are 16 yards from the trap house, the building holding the trap machine that throws clay targets away from the shooters. It's the game Alexa Paxson began shooting as a kid.
Actually, I started with American trap. I've been an American trap shooter for about 6 years. Bunker was just so much fun, so different from American trap. Just kind of fell in love with the game.
The big difference in the two forms of trap is the small house and single machine of the American game are replaced in international trap with a long bunker containing 15 trap machines. 3 of those are assigned to each of 5 shooting positions located on the firing line 16 yards away. Competitors shoot just a single bird before rotating to the next position.
Still 5 posts, just like you have on American trap, but there are 3 machines per post. And out of those machines, over the course of 25 targets, you'll receive 2 rights, 2 lefts, and 1 center.
Targets fly higher and lower than in American trap, and at more severe angles right and left. The variety of targets is the challenge for shooters like Stephen Ponder.
There's 15 machines down there going any direction that you can imagine, especially, and you can see out there today, they're just moving all over the place.
Adding a degree of difficulty is the speed of the targets. American clays sail at 40 miles per hour. But in bunker, the targets fly faster, 62 miles per hour. And while similar in size to an American clay bird, the bunker bird is tougher.
It's a denser target, so therefore it's a little harder to break.
All the adversity a claybuster needs, and national champion Caleb Lindsay thrives on all of it.
It's a challenge. I shot a lot of ATA as a kid and kind of got competitive, so I wanted something that was really challenging, 7/8 ounce shot compared to ounce and an eighth, faster targets.
But one rule works to the shooter's advantage. While American trappers get 1 shot per target, bunker shooters get 2. But be quick about it. At this speed, a clay flies 30 yards a second.
I had to very quickly analyze why I missed it with the first shot, most importantly, and 2, try to make the correction in a reasonable amount of time so I can actually connect with the second shot.
In a round of 25, each competitor faces exactly the same targets. They just never know in what order. But some shooters try to figure it out, anticipating a bird hard left or peeking at notes, guessing what's next.
They call that the scheme, and some people take the effort to memorize the scheme. Personally, I don't. I just sort of line up and get ready to shoot, and whichever direction I see the flash, I move to it.
The controller box keeps track of it. There are 9 schemes that are set up with angles and height for the different schemes.
All making this one of clay shooting's best and toughest games.
I enjoy bunker trap. This is something different that really challenges me to get out of my comfort zone, try something new, and remember all the little details that are required to put it together.
Well, this sport is definitely not in my comfort zone. But here's another point to compare. In American trap, an outstanding score is 100 out of 100 targets. Well, 100 is also an outstanding score in bunker, but that's out of 125 targets. Well, coming next, the rules change for the championship shootout with a chance at the Olympics as the top prize. This international trap competition in San Antonio is a test of nerves and stamina over the day and a half of shooting to set the leaderboard for the finals. And for the shooters that make the finals, there's a different set of rules to up the pressure. But the finals will earn more than just bragging rights. The best will earn the right to compete for American gold. 34 competitors from 16 colleges in the International Trap Shootout, all with their eyes on one orange prize, a disc streaking at 60 miles an hour. Breaking that target, if you believe Jessica Gunderson, takes 2 types of focus.
You have a soft vision and a hard vision, and so being able to pick up and read that target in the soft vision is key to being able to find where the bird's at, and then letting instinct take over. If you consciously make a move to the bird, I almost guarantee, for me anyway, I'm gonna miss.
See the flash, move to the target, focus hard to break it.
If you just let your gun go and just see the bird and react, you'll be all right, instinctively.
Shooters who do that successfully, breaking about 4 of every 5 targets, grab a spot in the shootout final and a chance to capture an even bigger prize for the top finishers. It's one more goal that's in hard focus. A slot on America's Olympic team with USA Shooting, the national governing body for Olympic and World Cup competition. Chad Wittenberg is a coach for Team USA.
The top 3 individuals from the men and women's trap will make the Team USA collegiate team. So they'll get a jacket and free entry into USA Nationals this year.
And a slot in the Junior Olympics, plus college scholarships, medals, and trophies. This match is sanctioned by USA Shooting and the Association of College Unions International, which supports and builds social activities on campus. Clay target shooting for 1.
Shooting sports is a unique part of our ACUI program and services portfolio. Again, the goal is taking that community building that we do on campus into the shotgun sports arena.
It's a partnership to discover America's best up-and-coming shooters.
To tap into this collegiate athletes that maybe have a lot of talent and just don't know that USA Shooting's out there, and then don't know that you can go win an Olympic medal in shooting.
Chad is actually wearing 2 hats at the International Shootout. One as coach of our national team, the other as head of the Clay Target program at Martin Methodist College. 6 Martin shooters are already members of Team USA. 5 have qualified to compete in this match. Coach Wittenberg says there's 2 ways to get that success for his college team.
We've got really good recruiting, with myself being one of the USA coaches, so I've got the natural recruiting pool. But also we've taken athletes that have an interest in international shooting, groom them, and put them through the steps and the training and so forth to take them to the next level.
Here's one Martin shooter at the next level, Caleb Lindsay, national champion in international trap. Caleb is already on Team USA, an athlete with Olympic dreams. But today, he's looking no further ahead than the next target from the machines.
Long-term goal is the Olympics, but going to these World Cups, World Championships. But don't get me wrong, every competition is important. Don't take any for granted.
This bunker at the National Shooting Complex is one more thing the champ can't take for granted. Sure, it's laid out like any other, but Caleb says each range is different.
I've shot in several bunkers all over the country, and this one always seems to stump me. So I went out with the mindset this year of I just want to figure it out. Not necessarily that I want to win, that's always the main goal, but I want to figure it out.
His teammate Grayson Davey is scratching his head too. He claims this field plays tricks on the eye because the background is close to the bunker.
I've had 2 days of training total on this bunker. It's a very difficult bunker. I think it's the hardest bunker I've ever shot just because it's so awkward.
We'll see if that keeps either shooter out of the medal round. That's the goal in hard focus for Alexa Paxson, a spot in the women's finals. But it's not her only reason for being here.
That's always the goal, is to win, but everyone here shares the same love for shooting, and it's just great to be around everybody that shares the same passion.
It's always the story of the shooting sports. Winning is important, but not as important as the camaraderie. But someone has to win this shootout, and it's about to get real. But coming next, our coverage of the collegiate shootout continues. Five rounds of 25 targets just to get to this point. Now it's time for the shootout final. Every shot we've seen on the bunker trap field of the National Shooting Complex has been to qualify. Now it's time to shoot for gold, silver, and bronze, and you can bet the pressure is on. 125 targets engaged, a day and a half of competition. And with this trigger pull, the prelims are over. Through all 5 rounds, one shooter has been on a personal quest.
To make the final. I've never made a final before, so that would be a pretty cool experience.
6 women and 6 men make the shootout final. Jacob Fulmer comes up short.
It may not look like it this weekend, but sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
But for Jessica, mission accomplished.
Yeah, I did. I have made the final, yeah. I got my goal, so...
Men compete with men in the final. Women shoot against women. Preliminary scores are all erased, except to break a tie.
Nicole. Hello. I remembered that.
6th place qualifier Nicole Breeze. Madeline Burno stands 5th. Her sister and teammate Meredith is 4th. Qualifying 3rd, Emily Klein. Jessica Gunderson grabs 2nd. And only one woman breaks 100 of the first 125 birds. Top qualifier, Emma Williams. 3 from Martin Methodist College are in the women's final. The first round is 25 more targets. Then rounds of 5 birds after that. Shoot the low score in each round and you're out. and shooters now get just one shot, not two, to break the target. Not great news for Emily Klein. She's out at the end of round 1. 5 birds in the next round. Nicole Breeze misses 2. Her shootout is over. Then Madeline Burno falls out in round 3, just missing the podium. 3 are left in the medal round. Emma and Jessica are tied for first. Meredith is 2 back. Still, hers is a great performance.
Third place, bronze medalist, Meredith Burnell from Martin Methodist.
2 shooters now in the final, and Jessica leads Emma by a single target. 10 shots to decide the gold. Emma shoots with confidence, but the pressure takes its toll. 3 straight misses for Jessica, then a couple more. While Emma breaks 8 out of 10 to win the women's shootout.
When I get into a final, I kind of go into autopilot. So it's just try to hit every target you can. If you miss it, just shake it off.
Now the men are up and the same rules apply. 6th qualifier is Matthew Killing. Jacob Tucker qualifies 5th. Garrett Lejeune grabs 4th. 3rd high qualifier is Dawson Peer. Lucas Holmes shoots his way to 2nd. And be impressed by Grayson Davey, top qualifier with 110 targets out of 125. One more athlete from Martin Methodist. Body language tells the story as the men's final begins. Even leader Grayson Davey is grumbling to himself. Round 1, Dawson Pier's face says it all. Dawson misses, first man out. Round 2, Jacob Tucker's look tells the story. 3 misses end his match. Next, Matthew Killing is in a battle for 3rd, but this miss ends his hopes. 3 shooters left. Garrett holds 3rd, Grayson slips to 2nd.
And your leader right now with 29 targets, Lucas Holmes.
The medal round brings drama with it. Grayson Davey contests a call, and after review, the judge flips his decision.
Hit target. Hit.
Grayson moves on. Garrett Lejeune takes the bronze. The shoot-off for gold starts with Lucas 2 up. Both men bend to the pressure, missing 3 birds in a row.
Rarely ever see that, but I kept telling myself, just hang in there, because you never know what's going to happen.
His opponent misses 3 more. The matter is not yet settled.
I actually came off the line after the 50 targets, thing that I lost, gave him a good handshake, and I was like, great job, dude. And then one of our referees here was like, and there's a tie.
All right, these guys just love being center stage. They're not done yet. It's tied up 38 all.
9 rounds and tied. Back to the line to break it. Miss now and it's over. Grayson shoots first and hits the mark. Then Lucas faces his most crucial target. And this one gets away. Lucas Holmes wins the silver medal.
It's been a lot of shooting, that's for sure, but we love it.
And your gold medalist from Martin Methodist, Grayson Davey.
I feel great. That was one of the hardest finals I've ever shot. And then I got all my energy back. I got in the zone as best I can and won the shoot-off. Yeah, I need a bear hug, dude.
That was awesome.
That was great.
That was a good shoot-off.
Great shoot.
Thanks again for tuning into the Shooting USA YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed the content. A couple of notes. Make sure you take advantage of SUSA15 at snapsafe.com. That's our discount code that saves you 15% on anything from SnapSafe, and that gets to be some big money when you start talking about modular safes and vault doors. Also, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our new content. As always, a like and a comment helps us with that algorithm.